Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to be talking about today is something that I've been noticing a trend online as well as on YouTube about this date, September 23rd, 2023. So I decided to do some digging, and there have been predictions of the rapture happening on this date, dating back at least 10 years or so. Videos and articles and blogs have been coming out for a very long time about the date September 23rd and the rapture happening on this date for years. And the year 2023 is not in particular either. Every search I saw said, what's going to happen on September 23rd, 2010? What's going to happen on September 23rd, 2015? And I see all the same predictions. The rapture. No, that's not. I'm sorry to say. Okay. You know what happened on those days? Not a damn thing. All right. Please do not buy into these fear-mongering videos. Okay. The rapture is not going to happen on September 23rd, 2023. But you know what does happen on September 23rd? You know what it's recognized for? Okay, I'll tell you. International Day of Sign Language, Redhead Appreciation Day, National Checkers Day, Restless Leg Awareness Day, National Hunting and Fishing Day, National Great American Pot Pie Day, etc., etc., etc. Okay, now let's get into the history of the rapture, because since everybody is so into, oh my gosh, it's going to happen, well, you know, the Bible tells over and over again of dark days to come, days of the wrath of God when Satan will rule the earth. There shall be a time of trouble such as never was once since there was a nation even to that time. There are 10 signs the tribulation is drawing near. Do you know what those signs are? Because the rapture is the next event on God's prophetic timeline and will occur without warning. Okay, but according to Matthew 24:5 through 14, a groundswell of phenomena will emerge subtly in the days leading up to the rapture, warning that the tribulation is drawing near. These signs will continue to multiply and progress in the first half of the 7-year tribulation, and those are deception by false teachers. For many will come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and will deceive many. The second one is dissension among nations, and you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. The third one is devastation of the food supply. Yes, I know that we are seeing a lot of these things, because I know you're sitting there going, aha, 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 but please just listen, okay? And there will be famines in various places. The fourth one is disease in various places, and there will be pestilences in various places. The fifth one is disasters around the world, and there will be earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, Matthew 24:8. The sixth one is death for the sake of Christ. Then they will deliver you up to tribulation and kill you, and you will be hated by all nations for my name's sake. The seventh one is disloyalty among friends, and then many will be offended, will betray one another, and will hate one another. Who isn't offended every single day? You know, the eighth one is delusion associated with false religions. Then many false prophets will rise up and deceive many. The ninth one is defection from the faith and goodness, and because lawlessness will abound, the love of many will grow cold. The 10th one is the declaration of the gospel, and this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in all the world as witness to all nations, and then the end will come. Matthew 24:14. You know who the disciple Paul is, right? Okay. Well, his teachings about what is popular called the rapture. And the rapture is the miraculous transportation of all living Christians to heaven at the return of Jesus Christ. And there is a lot of misinformation about this event. But this passage gives us some definite truths about it. Paul made it clear that Jesus's return will not be secret, but will be visible. It will be a bodily return, and it will be a triumphant return, for he will not come in lowliness and meekness, and as he did at his first advent, but in power and glory. I'm sure you've heard of the four horsemen of the apocalypse, the four horsemen in Revelations, yes? The four horsemen of the Great Tribulation. The first one, the white horse of the Antichrist. The white horse in Revelation 6 is a picture of the Antichrist. He is mimicking the second coming of Christ. And the Antichrist, whom the Bible also calls the beast, will come as a worldwide leader. Okay? He will be loved by all. Everyone will know his word and blah, blah, blah. I remember my grandmother saying that the Antichrist will wear a blue turban. And everyone will look at him and love him, and they will hang on his every word and blah, 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 blah. Okay? So the second one is the red horse of war. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. As the Antichrist will be inflamed with hatred and sin, war will break out. Red is the color of blood. This world did not want the Prince of Peace, so he will stand aside, and the streets will be filled with dead bodies. The black horse of famine. After dominion comes destruction and deprivation. A quart of wheat is hardly a meal. A denarius was the wage of a day's labor. And the scales is in this writer's hand represent food being carefully rationed out. Okay? So this is all you would get for a day's labor. Now imagine feeding your family on a handful of wheat. Okay, that's what that means. So the next one is the pale horse of death. The great tribulation will be so horrible that men will want to perish, calling death a welcome release, but it will not be, because after death comes judgment and hell. But notice this last phrase that I'm going to read to you. He says they will be killed by the beasts of the earth. Now, let me ask you, is John talking about lions or tigers? No. This is highly symbolic language. Then what are these beasts then? Okay, well, the beast of Revelation 9, John wrote, I saw a star fallen from heaven to the earth. To him was given the key of the bottomless pit, Revelation 9:1. This star is Lucifer, and the bottomless pit is the penitentiary of demons, angels who fell with Satan. In the Great Tribulation, Satan is given the key, and he opened the bottomless pit, and smoke arose out of the pit like the smoke of a great furnace. And then out of the smoke, locusts came upon the earth, and to them was given power, and the scorpions of the earth have power. Will the church go through the Great Tribulation? Well, Jesus said, in the world you will have tribulation, John 16:33b. But he was not talking about the Great Tribulation. God never pours out his wrath upon his children. Christ said to the faithful church, because you have kept my commands, so persevere. I also will keep you from the hour of trial, which shall come upon the whole world, to test those who dwell on the earth. Revelation 3:10. Our Lord is going to take us out. Okay. When will Jesus return? If we had to go through the Great Tribulation, the return of Christ would be no surprise. But Scripture tells us in Matthew 24:36, 38, 39, of that day, and hour, no one knows. No one. That is the whole point that I'm making in this video. No one knows. So for all these people and all these fear mongers that are putting out all these videos saying September 23rd, 2023, the rapture is happening. No, it is not. Because why? Of that day and hour, no one knows. Not even the angels in heaven, but my Father only. Okay, for as in the days before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark, and did not know until the flood came and took them all away. Until Noah took them all away. So also will the coming of the Son of Man be. No one knows. Only our Father knows. Please do not listen to these fear-mongers about September 23rd, 2023. I'm getting tired of these false prophets making these false predictions. I am tired. You know that I would never make a video like this unless it was to set the record straight. And I'm telling you right now, the rapture is not going to happen on September 23rd, 2023. Okay? Please believe me. The only thing that's going to happen is a Redhead Appreciation Day, and Appreciation Day for pot pies. All right? And if you're hunting and fishing and things like that. And if you have restless leg syndrome like I have, which, by the way, I got to get a refill of my prescription. Okay? So please, don't lean into this anymore. I'm begging you, all right? All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you in the next one, okay? You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fear less. Ciao.